Okay, so really, the first, I say 10 minutes of the first half, it was a little sloppy, but after, Coach got into us and told us what we needed to do and what we needed to change, it started looking good. Really just the defense, we were having a problem with fouling too, and so after we kind of backed off a little bit, things started getting rolling.
How was it hearing all those whistles early? Did it mess up your flow of the game, having to stop every other play?
Yeah, and I think that's something that we're still trying to get used to, just with the rule change and everything. And I think it kind of did mess up our flow, but after we just kind of got it out of our heads and kept moving, it was fine.
Scoring 81 points, that has to help your confidence.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially, Coach told us, and I say it was about 3 minutes left. He was like, he didn't want him to get 50. So obviously we did that, and like you said, putting up 80-some points is a big confidence booster. So we need to carry that into the game Sunday.
You put in 14 points today, and 2 of them are three-pointers, and looked like you were on fire shooting from the field. Talk about your shooting tonight.
It was better. I don't think last game I made any threes, but making the three is always a confidence booster for myself because I don't take many. But today I was just opening. So
Can you talk about forcing 29 turnovers for Jackson State and how y'all's defense planned up against them?
Yeah, at the half, I think Coach said we had him at 21. So, I mean, that's something that he prides himself in, just getting up the line, the 9 all over the floor. So, as long as we got a lot of turnovers, I think we capitalized on a lot of them, too. So.
I think you scored 31 points and they only had 6. So, talk about how y'all cashed them in, but it doesn't seem like they ever were able to cash in when y'all did turn over the ball.
Yeah, Coach was, on turnovers, Coach was talking about just pushing it because sometimes we were just comfortable with getting the steal and just bringing it up the court. But after we pushed it, obviously we got some points off turnovers.
We started off the game really slow. We were turning the ball over time and time again. So Coach got at us at halftime, telling us to just slow down, just play our game. So once we limit our turnovers and stuff, I think we'll be fine.
Did the fouls have any impact on how slow y'all started off? Because it seemed like every other play there was a whistle.
It did. For me personally, I had 2 fouls right away, and that I had the same thing happen last game. So I have to play a lot smarter. Then we had Katia, May, and Brianna each have 2 fouls in the first half. So we need to be smarter with our fouls.
There's been a lot of talk about the new rules, the fouls, how they're going to start calling them more often this year. Have you transitioned to that? Have you learned maybe how they're going to call now, or are you still in the process of knowing how to do that?
I'm still in the process. Like, it's really hard for me. Like, when you're on offense, it's great for you because you're going to get a foul called on you. But when you're on defense, like, you can't touch anyone, and you got to be really careful with what you're doing. So I'm really trying to adjust to that.
You talk about getting 8 rebounds. As a team, y'all out-rebounded them 51-31, but you come up with 17 points and 8 rebounds. Can you talk about your performance?
I'm really disappointed in my performance. I should never get 8 rebounds ever. I think I should get 10 a game, and then I missed a lot of layups and stuff, so I need to do better on that. But yeah, I need to work a little more on my overall.
Okay, well yeah, it was a rough start. I wouldn't say that we underestimated it because watching film, they looked like they could knock down shots. They were a pretty good, decent, quality team. I just figured we as a whole just didn't come out, ready. The energy level wasn't there as it been in the previous games. And so once we found that energy and once we, realized that we played better, it kind of fell in place after that.
Talk about forcing all those turnovers on them in the first half. You had 29 for Jackson State.
Well, I mean, we're about a pressure team, and obviously they couldn't handle the ball well, and the help side defense was great along with all the charges we got. So, I mean, we expected to get a lot of turnovers from Jackson because of our pressure defense.
Can you talk about after you got the turnovers? It seemed like y'all would always cash them in on them. Talk about just getting the turnovers after that.
Running the floor. The girls ran the floor, running the floor get you easy layups, it get you an opportunity to pick up the momentum, get the crowd involved. So after getting steals and cashing them in or making a big time shot from the players, it just, I think that's what picked the game up.
It looked like you and May wasn't really looking to score. Like y'all had a lot of assists and looking to move the ball around. Talk about that.
Well, when you have a group of girls that can shoot it, go ahead. It's sort of like a win-win. You get your assists and you get your teammate points also. We'll knock down the shot, of course, if we were open. But, yeah, basically it's to get our teammates open.